been like together for 37K. And so it was definitely teamwork out there, which is good.
What's her name?
One of the Estonians. I don't
Okay.
know which one. They're triplets, but the fastest one today.
So you had 2:38. I think your best 2:34, but it's very hot. I mean, is this your best marathon ever?
My best ever is 2:33 at Boston.
Oh, three, yeah.
But I think I ran a similar race today, given the conditions. That it was not cool. I mean, 2:27 is not fast for those ladies up front. You know, if that's the winning time, it's not that quick.
Hey, what'd you do to prepare for the heat?
The last couple of weeks I was wearing extra layers, and you know, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so I'm like, once I got to East Asia, I was like, oh, it's
just like
pretty
home.
Similar,
Yeah.
all the cicadas. And
where do you train in the States now? What's the?
I've just moved to Blowing Rock, North Carolina. I've been living in New Jersey, coaching at Rider University for the last 2 years, and I'll be coaching at App State starting in the fall.
And
as soon as I get back.
With the heat and stuff, you know, the pacing kind of goes out the window. So was it all off field? Like, what was the plan coming in?
Whichever triplet I was running with, I just talked to her like very early on at 2K, I think it was, and we said she wanted to go 3:45 to 3:48, and I was like, that's perfect, let's go. So we stuck together for the next 35K, and then
wow.
And then I pulled away right around 35K.
And they have K markers out there. How does it work?
No, they were terrible.
Oh, really?
They were not accurate
Were
at
they
all.
off?
They were completely off. I had no indicator from that. I was wearing my Garmin. I usually don't, so it was actually kind of a blessing. Even though I don't trust it that much either, it was good to have some kind of indicator as to where we actually were, as opposed to what the K markers were saying.
And you were ahead of Serena at the beginning, or how?
No.
She was ahead either way.
She was way ahead of me. Yeah. Both of them were way ahead of me at the start.
Oh, maybe
Serena,
one of them was slightly ahead of us. Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, Serena has a PR that's like 5 minutes faster than mine. So
Yeah. But I think she started out. I guess she started out second American. You were third American.
Oh,
the first
okay.
5K, maybe.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Heather went in a little more.
What's your PR?
2:33.15 from Boston, and it was an 80-second negative split. So I know I have a lot more in me, and I'm really excited for the next one. And I can't wait for the next World Major.
How was
Actually, after the Olympic trials.
But say as the trials next, right?
Yeah.
Assume you're not coming back and doing like New York or something.
No, and I would like to place higher than 24th in the trials. So you know, we'll see what happens.
Was the halfway mark right
I think
for you?
I think the 5K marks were accurate. So I wasn't totally sure what they meant in terms of miles, but they were fairly accurate. So I could kind of do some math, but I wasn't sure what those splits were because I was trying to take splits in between.
Were you pretty even split from first to second half?
First to second half, I was negative by almost, I think, about 40 seconds.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So when you're coaching, will you run with your team, or do you keep it separate, or how does it work?
So I'll do easy runs with the team. I typically don't work out them because I need to see how they work out, and you know, there are a couple occasions here and there where I get to work out with them, and that's a great thing. But I don't count on it. It's usually when I'm coming back from downtime, I'll come back and run with the girls on the team and do their workouts. It's a nice way to kind of ease back into things.
Where are you coaching at?
I was at Rider University for the last 2 years, and it was an awesome experience, but I'm getting married in 4 weeks from yesterday. So I will soon be Esther Atkins. And yeah, so I had to move down to Blowing Rock, North Carolina, where my husband is.
Oh, so you're not coaching down there?
I will be coaching at Appalachian State.
Oh, I would say.
As soon as I get back, but I haven't even met the team yet.
Oh, wow. I'm looking. Well, yeah, congratulations on this and the upcoming marriage. Looking ahead to the trials, like, I don't know, what's the goal there? What are your thoughts? And
I would love to be top 10. I think that would be an incredible day for me. Obviously, we all dream of making Olympic teams, but you know, I think that top 10 will also open a lot of doors for me. Potentially the next world team. That's something I've got my eye on. I'd love to, you know, make that. And those are kind of my big goals. And I can't wait to run more international marathons. I really love the marathon is absolutely my event, but I worked out a little bit more on the track, so it's possibly why I was able to sprint it in at the finish and outkick Bahrain. This is the one I ran with.
Oh, friends. Yeah, you guys look better than most people. I think you paced it better.
We worked it out together very well. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah.
And you know, that's sort of like, I don't know, international friendship and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the?
So like I do this heart over the head.
Yeah, what was that? I saw that
line.
at the finish.
So I started that at Twin Cities 2013, and it was because I ran 24 miles with Michelle Lilienthal, and we called ourselves Team Love the entire time. And I really see the marathon as a team sport. You can't run by yourself and do your best. So that's why I do it. I also have a tattoo that I got right after I won Twin Cities this year. It says "Aus Liebe," which means out of love. And that's my goal in life, is to do everything out of love, including every marathon that I run, and
What's the armband and the bracelet?
The armband reminds me. So I've worn a ribbon ever since the fall of 2006 because of my cross country team at Case Western Reserve University. We qualified for nationals and won the region, won our conference, and it was a team that Case Western had never qualified an individual until my sophomore year when I went by myself. And the very next year we were 10th in the nation as a team. So not only did we qualify as a team, but we placed well. And so that's an incredible experience that I had, and that I got to share with 7 other individuals. So that's a very special moment in my life. It's part of why I want to be a coach. This band is for my coach. Also my hair, thank you. Terrence Shea is the reason why I'm here. He's an incredible coach, and I barely even know him as a person, but he is my rock in terms of my training and everything that I do in terms of running.
How'd you get hooked up with him?
A very funny story. A friend moved to Boston in 2009, and he was choosing between BAA and Greater Boston, and he met Terry, and it was like a close deal. And he was talking to Terry and told Terry about my debut, which was 2:46 at Boston in 2008. Or not Boston, Berlin in 2008. And Terry asked, "Oh, does she have a coach?" And he said, "No." And then he told me about it, and I assumed that meant that he wanted to coach me. So the next time I saw Terry, I said, "Will you coach me?" and he said, "Sure." So he just sent me like a 12-week plan, and the next marathon I ran was a 2:39. So he's just been incredible for me the whole time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you make your debut in Berlin?
I signed up. I was going to be living in Vienna for 2 years after college, and I taught English there. And so as soon as I found out I'd be living in Europe, I wanted to run Berlin because it's such an incredible place. The world record had been set the previous year, and the world record was set the day that I ran it. I wore Pegasus for the race. My goal was to break 3 hours. I trained myself.
You just kind of signed up the traditional way and entered it.
I signed up in April. So before my senior season was done, before I won the 10K and D3, like before everything was over, so that the day that I was done with my collegiate career, I had something to look forward to. And I looked forward to that greatly, and I was really excited about it. And I went through 1:23:03, and I finished with a 1:23:15. So I knew that day that the marathon was my thing, and it was a gift.
What about the pink one?
Oh, the pink one's for my cousin. I lived with her when I was in Vienna. She's almost 10, and she made it for me this summer. Spent a couple days. I lived with her when she was 3.
Well, congrats, and I like all the stuff you have and running for other people.
Sentimental. I'm very sentimental.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You need all the help you can out there.
Right,
so.
exactly.
Great job today.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.